Nation. I'm here with James. It's time to listen to One Nation.
We got to unleash the power of the pyramid.
This is Mike Sempervive from WrestlingObserver.com. Check me out on Wrestling Observer Live every day. And also check out your boys, Rich and James, on One Nation Radio.
This is Kenny Omega. We're listening to One Nation Radio. Check it out, guys. These guys know what's up. Big Kenny Omega fans, and that's all that counts to me. Goodbye and good night. Bang.
Hey, folks. Welcome to this week's edition of One Nation Radio. I'm James Boyd. Hear me out. Rich Latta. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. It's very late.
Speed run. It's a speed run.
It is late at night as we're doing this. I watched the Indiana Fever handle the Dream kind of easily, kind of in boring fashion this game, but a lot going on, man. A lot going on.
Yeah.
How you been, man?
I've been all right. I just watched a lot of wrestling today. A lot of wrestling. Like, I remember I told you on like the day on Tuesday, I was like, I'm gonna get some of this wrestling out the way so that I can, have a nice little, easy way that I can just watch Dynamite, because I'm not gonna watch the finals. I'm gonna watch the finals instead of watching Dynamite last night. I'm gonna, be able to do that. And like, nah. It ultimately didn't happen. So I had to like crash course all this shit. So I had to binge watch all this shit. So yeah, I got it all done though. So we're good. So the third hour of Dynamite from last week, I got to that. Dynamite this week, I skimmed through Collision from Saturday, and that was a nothing show. Watched Clash in Italy, and then watched the main event of the WWE AAA show, Los Noches, Los Grande. So yeah, I'm caught up. I don't know how to talk about none of that stuff, but I saw it all. And so where do you want to start this week? Do you want to start with the finals, or do you want to start with something else?
I guess we should do the finals.
Okay.
The Knicks win game one because, like the great prophet Bart Scott once said, anybody can be beat.
Yeah.
And before the series, I was like, I see the path to victory for the Knicks. Like, but it's like, do I just bet against Victor Wembanyama? That sounds like very difficult to do. But the Knicks seem like there's like something like, you know what it kind of feels like? It's like two teams that haven't like ever won before, right? So I got this idea that it was like the 2012 finals, and then the older guys, like the 28-year-olds, handled the 22-year-olds essentially. Mm-hmm. And the Knicks have a lot of like 27 to 30-year-old guys that have been around. They're fully, ready and everything. But and young don't win. There's always that, and I don't know, man. I think Wembanyama's just gonna have to be super special and play a lot better, as he still had great numbers.
Yeah, I think the main thing that, like, for me, I had some thoughts about how this is gonna go going into it, and I thought, like, okay, I got Spurs in 5 or 6, and then I saw Scott Foster was announced for game 1, and I jokingly said in the chat, okay, well then 6. So yeah, I watched this game, and I just see how horrendous Wembanyama was from the field, how bad Vassell was from the field, and how bad Fox was from the field, and then I just see like I'm watching just the eye test as far as defensively for the Knicks, and I'm just like, oh, I'm glad y'all won a game, because I don't know how many more you're going to win if you play defense to that level. The difference in quality between the Thunder's defense and the Knicks defense is even more profound than I thought just watching it. Right, both teams throughout the thing. Like the Knicks, they're a great offense. They are. But ultimately what it comes down to is with Wembanyama and the way that the guards play and the wings play around Wembanyama and the way they can funnel you into Wembanyama, your offense, you're going to score 100 or something, whatever else. The main thing is, like, can the Spurs not bullshit around on offense and kick around and fuck up too many possessions to where they don't end up losing the game. Ultimately, like when we talk about like the maturity of the Spurs, it comes from the part where their defense is just on lock and it's always on point. The problem is they are not they're when they get better over the years, it will be because their offense gets better because they will stop having bad possessions and just like when it seems like there's no process, it's like, oh, it's my turn now. And I watched how bad they were, and I watched like, oh, damn, they have Jalen Brunson or Landry Shaman in here trying to tag Wembanyama on some of these rolls to the rim. Oh, like the Spurs guards, not a single one of them rescreened a single screen, especially Stephon Cass, because everyone under the screen. They didn't rescreen it. So it's like just process. Like, oh, they didn't like get like people like Champagnie or Devin Vassell the ball with an advantage in motion before. Like I was like, oh, Wembanyama, like they either missed or flat out botched like 6 or 7 lob attempts for Wembanyama. It's like, oh, okay. And the Knicks only won by like less than 10 points. Oh, okay. So
yeah, it's tough, man.
Just from the flat out just watching, it's like, okay, if I were to play this out over time, over 6 more games, the Knicks are not winning 4 more or 3 more of these. They just aren't. So we'll see what adjustment they make, because the Knicks can always rebound better.
Yeah.
They can always rebound better. Like Mitchell Robinson did not have some great offensive rebounding game, and he's bound to have 1 or 2 of these games where it's like, damn, this man has like 8 offensive rebounds in like 15 minutes. Something like that's going to happen in like once or twice in this series, if depending on the health of his hand or whatever. But I'm sure there will be games where Brunson does not have a slow start, but
fought through like a soldier to come back after he was hurt.
Yeah, he's been the most. He's been the most clutch guy in the playoffs this year, and he's been that for well, not in the whole league, but like he's been one of the clutch performers in the NBA fourth quarter for the last few years. So it's like because of the territory. But the thing is, like, okay, so he only allowed 1 field goal attempt, like as a defensive player. Like apparently, like as a close defender, they were like 1 for 13 when Brunson was guarding. It's like, bro, Brunson's
domination.
Brunson's not a good defender. Like if he was a good defender, they would have been in the finals last year. So if we play these games, it'd be like, what are the odds of this going? And it's like, if we just go regress to the mean, this ain't gonna be no long series. So we'll see how it goes.
Seamus Nova, ONR is officially Knicks country. Rich needs to play Go New York Go. Throw up some Kai. Throw up some Jada. James, you better dye your hair orange and blue. Don't care if you don't have any. Grow some, my guy.
Oh, gotcha.
That shit ain't a game anymore. We win the ship. Seamus Nova also says, fine speech, James, Knicks in 4.
Okay. All right. Keep in mind, the Spurs lost to the Timberwolves in game 1 of that series too. So,
look, man, Wembanyama's a force, dog, and like I don't know if it's gonna.
He had 25 and 13 or 11 and played awful. He played awful in that game. I was gonna say
I don't know if it's gonna be too many more games of him going like 2 of 13 or 3 of 13
from the field
at some point. Like,
yeah, and another part about it is like, I think the Knicks will get more free throws, but like the free throws that the Spurs got in that game, like none of those were like, oh, they just put them on the line just cause. Like, no, those are legitimate fouls.
I thought
it's up to the Knicks to get to the line now.
I thought the Spurs were walking them down, and then like I don't know if they just got very tired at the
end
or whatever.
Down.
Like the Knicks just pulled off. Like I was telling you, it reminded me of like when the Cavs would steal finals games in Golden State, and then that building would be like, I can't believe they just fucking stole this shit. Like, but yeah, exciting game for sure, and it feels like we got an actual series for me at least. It's just this should go 7.
I just have concerns about the Knicks, like as far as defensively and rebounding. Like if they can't cut off, if Wembanyama is going to have like 7 real opportunities to have just dunked the fucking ball with ease, and they just didn't execute on it, like. I'm not saying they're going to, those are 14 points right there to be had, but it's like they're going to get like 3 or 4 of those.
Yeah.
And then based off that, what happens more and more, people more sag into the paint. Like, and they also missed a million threes too, wide open threes too. It's like, okay,
Bro,
Like-
is this the peak of Knicks fandom right now? Like,
in our lifetime.
of most Knicks fans in our life. Like, is this the highest moment?
Yeah, gotta say, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
1-0 lead in the finals. Like, I mean, I feel like you gotta like. I'm not really talking about 1994 here. Like, I'm like I'm talking about
Yeah.
everything since pretty much, and it's
Yeah.
like. It's kind of interesting, man, to see how this will play out, man. So, like, I don't want. It's crazy. It's like, all right,
And they're a fun team.
right? They're a fun team. I respect all the guys pretty much on the roster, and like,
I mean, my only problem with them is like I just think they're fatally flawed because of like Brunson and Towns together, like having to be on the floor together. Like there's always two guys to pick on. There's always two guys to pick on. I like it's you know how you think about like offensively and you be like, I don't know if you can compete with the Warriors unless you got two guys like the prime Warriors is like, oh, unless you got two guys that can get their own bucket. It's like I don't know about like trying to win an NBA finals if you got two guys you can pick on to get this. Like I'm going to go through that guy or around that guy to get to the bucket or to get a bucket. And when the times it's harder, so that's why I'm just like. I need to visually see. I need to visually see signs that are going to indicate why they can actually win this series. Like physical signs of like I'm watching the game and I'm like, oh yeah, they're better than them.
I don't know. I feel like they match up in a way.
I'm not saying they're going to smoke them, like because the Knicks are a really good team, especially
because
because
I was looking at it and I was like, man, if the Thunder had made the finals, like what would be going on here? Like, and I was just like, I didn't know.
The Thunder will fare better. The Knicks match up better with the Spurs than the Thunder.
I'm like, if you're the Knicks, I was like, do you really want Wemby? Like, I was like, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, they're a better match. Like for the Knicks, it's better that the Spurs made it than the Thunder. Like, the Thunder have the kind of depth where it's like, oh, they can play. You saw it. I mean, when you get Chet away from Wembanyama, it's like, oh, they have 10 guys that can play.
Yeah.
Literally 10 guys that can play. They wear you out in that kind of way, and you saw what happened to the Knicks.
Sad for Chet.
Like where this team,
he can't go to the Olympics. We cannot let him. We cannot let him put USA on his body. No.
Nah, it'll get handled somehow, some way. But as far as when it comes to the Thunder against the Knicks, it's just like there's no place to pick. There's no person to pick on defensively to get an easy bucket if you're Anthony Towns or if you're maybe Towns will bust Chet's ass in that scenario, right? That's possibility because like the kind of shit we give Anthony Towns when it comes down to it as far as his offensive struggles is like that's nothing that Chet's gonna stop or make worse, right? So yeah, but it's just a bad scenario where it's like they're just there is a floor for like Thunder players as far as quality that the Knicks just can't match. Whereas with this is like, well, all right, what happens if Keldon Johnson has a bad game? What happens if Carter Bryant like does something stupid? Like what happens if Stephon Castle has a game where he turns the ball over like crazy? Like there are variables to
Dylan Harper.
Go ahead,
like,
second.
They got to figure out Dylan Harper. Like, hey nigga, like are you gonna play this nigga at the end of games or like what's the deal here? Like
I'm assuming that'll happen at the end of this game.
Why did I see Harrison Barnes eating finals minutes? I was like, no,
well, he has to play.
That's crazy.
They don't have quality big powerful like big wings, right? Like outside of Champagny and Vassell, like who's a 3-4 guy that you trust? Like Carter Bryant's too young. He's gonna fuck up. He's inevitably gonna fuck up. For every good play he has 2 bad plays. Man, right? And then Keldon Johnson, like until Game 7, I was like, hey, go take that trophy out his house for 6 man. He's a 9th fucking best player, and he going 6 man of the year this year. Get the hell out of here. So, there are paths for the Knicks to make this competitive, but I think like I said, I think it's Spurs in 6.
King of the North was good. Yeah, man. When's the next game? Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
And then Game 3 will be Monday.
Oh, okay.
Travel days, they're putting 3 days between it.
Yeah.
Or they're putting 2 days between it, I mean.
So let's move on, man. Big news in the world of Rich Latta here. Kind of a huge week, actually, between ROPW going past 1,000 subscriber barrier up to, and it's just like rolling downhill. Mercedes Moné has a new theme song that I got tapped on the shoulder to produce. And, you know, as a very long-time Mercedes Moné fan, someone I feel like I've covered her entire career.
Unofficial crew.
Unofficial crew. You might as well throw it in there. Now, this makes it official. Like, I've officially contributed to the career of Mercedes Moné. Like, they got to write that one down. They can't take that one away from me.
You've come a long way from having to defend her in front of racist people saying crazy shit at Full Sail, huh?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. How that all ends up. I think my 808 kind of blew the arena out a little bit. But I imagine that'll all get handled with the production staff and all that. And I dropped a video, literally set it to release the second Mercedes walked out on, you know, stage and all that. I was like, look, man, y'all gonna hear this real shit. And I've loved a lot of the feedback that I've saw. I would probably say it's like a, you know, an 80-20 split positive. So like, you know,
what's the 20 saying? They didn't want to change?
Yeah, they're just like, I prefer the old one. I'm like, all right,
fair enough.
cool.
I prefer the second version you sent.
Yeah, like, so like that.
So there's that too.
Yeah, so like there's like two, you know, versions of it, whatever. But you know, it was cool. Like, I got a call from Mikey Ruckus, and you know, there was, I think, a few different options, and he wanted me to submit one, and it turned out she liked the one that, you know, I put out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just throw some 808s on this and like, you know, drum it up and make it completely disgusting. And I was like, you know what? We'll see if she digs it. And I was like, the second she plays this in a car, she's gonna be sold. And turns out that was indeed the case. I think, big shout out to her. Big shout out to Mikey Ruckus. Tony Khan was sending notes on the track, I hear, and it was funny. But yeah, it was just great to have, and it was a great night for me. And I don't know, man. I don't know how I keep like pulling off the shit that happens, you know, to me. So it's I don't know, man. I'll probably get to holler at her next month. Like, I'm coming to Clearwater. I'm going to the Clearwater Dynamite.
Oh, you're doing that?
Oh yeah, I'm going.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So
I still don't think I am. It's just too hot. It's gonna be 9 p.m. with the sun down. It's gonna be 85 degrees. I'm not doing. I ain't built for that no more, man.
I'm putting me on a tank top. You know, letting the guns out. You know, I don't be lifting these weights for nothing now. So letting the guns out.
Oh, boy.
And you know, I think I'm gonna go with Dan.
Okay.
You know, and then I got a personal invite too. So
It's July 2nd, right?
I think so, or July 6th, or something like that.
Okay, some shit like that, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, it's really cool to have Mercedes' theme, and very grateful. So, trying to see what else on here, but let's move on, man. Mask versus Mask match in AAA with. I don't even know these niggas' names.
El Grande Americano OG versus El Grande Americano por Mexico. Yeah. So basically, original versus the one from Mexico.
Yeah.
Which is obviously your boy, not Eichner. Yeah, Fabian.
Oh, Ludwig Kaiser, Eitner's in
I forgot they changed the names. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser. Yeah,
that is sad. But yeah, watch this. I want to say Sunday night, and you know, obviously, Masters Mass setup. They have it on YouTube, available free for everybody.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, what?
I didn't know that version. I didn't know it was available on YouTube.
Yeah. So, like, if you can get past the premise of the match being, like, absolutely ridiculous as far as, like, the people in the costumes and, like, everything, and if you get past all that, right?
Look, it's Lucha Libre. It's like whether you say it's WWE Lucha Libre, brother, you seen CMLL, you saw AAA when they doing AAA Mania before WWE even bought it. It was always some shenanigans, and it was and heel refs.
I'm only upset there was no Torontes in this. Like that's what we needed to really drive it home.
When the heel ref to be on bullshit half the time. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
I kind of resent WWE for trying to clean AAA up to a certain degree. I'm like, man, I need chaos and dysfunction, and then like, terrorism essentially. But as far as the match goes, man, like they took it about
great.
Yeah, they took it about as serious as anything that like a WWE production like could just wish to be. Like there were like WrestleMania matches this year that like pale in comparison to this. Like as far as like how serious the audience kind of took what was going on, how much they bought into it, hook, line, and sinker, and like what it felt like they were fighting for. Like that was what I enjoyed about it. Like I thought it was like it was a brawl that they did like a million things and kind of paid my number stuff, but the energy around it was like incredible, I thought.
Bruh, I'm straight up saying, like, this is my favorite thing WWE's done in years. Straight up. Like, this crowd is one of the best crowds I've ever seen. I've seen WWE have post-pandemic, post the Terror Dome, Thunderdome, whatever the fuck they was calling that, before they went to a live audience. It's one of the best crowds they've had. Obviously, it's in Monterey. I get that. But, like, yeah, man, the crowd treated like it was a big fucking deal. And they cheered like life and death for the babyface. And they booed violently against the heel, even though the heel was clearly the better performer in the match.
Mm-hmm.
It was until the very end, after Gable's give his great promo about like, hey man, I came to have loved this after wanting to learn this and being a Greco-Roman pro wrestler. I appreciate y'all. They were giving him hell. Until the very end. But until that bell rang, after he lost, they was on his ass, and it was everything you want out of a pro wrestling crowd. From the right crowd reaction, there was no, ironic assholes. There were no, stupid. I mean, there was a "This is a Lucha" chant, that whatever else. But I mean, like, as far there was that. But there is no like, the crowd wasn't trying to get themselves over.
Yeah.
If you will. And I have no problem with the crowds doing that, especially, the UK has some great crowds and they be on that bullshit too. It is what it is, but it was refreshing to see a crowd be basically, we're doing what we were supposed to do. We're doing the shit that, like, when you grew up, you watch the crowd react this way. And I enjoyed it.
So I had
awesome.
my wife on the couch while I was watching it, and then she was seeing the blood, and she was like, "Oh no, I can't do this." And I was trying to explain to her like the blood is like the safe version of like it ain't the head trauma that caused it. I'm like, but like it wasn't connecting.
Gable, crazy blade job, blade job. And that's one thing I like is like, I don't know if it's because of, they let Cody and Punk and whatever else, they get their blood on WWE shows. But, like, I don't know if it's because they're in Mexico. They were like, y'all do what the fuck y'all want. I don't know.
I think that's what happened.
But it was one of those things like, it's a mass match. There's going to be tearing of the mask and there's going to be blood. And it was there. Like, when Gable opened up Kaiser, I was like, that ain't no real blade job. That ain't the blade jobs I've seen in AAA before. Like that. But they got to it when they got to Gable, and I was like, okay, I appreciate this. And I thought Gable was great, and like this was some shit that was like, I never really thought about it. You only think about him in like he's another Angle disciple of ours, but like there's a lot of Danielson there too, and this is like some shit Danielson would have had if Danielson was able to do this 15 years ago. He had
was the American Dragon.
No, yeah. So I mean, like
the literal American Dragon. Yeah.
No. If he had got the chance, yes. If he had got the chance to have done this, like when he was on the fence about, am I going to go to WWE? Am I going to, or I want to do a G1. I want to go to New Japan. I want to do all this stuff in Arena Mexico and all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. If they had allowed him to do this is some shit that he would have done. It's absolutely shit he would have done. And to see Gable, who you watch the match and he's like, oh yeah, I haven't watched him so long. I forgot there is some Danielson there. It's like, oh yeah, I know he having a blast doing this shit. And it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, man, like all those years in the Observer End of the Year Awards, the most underappreciated. It was like you get and you be like, oh, he hasn't really had opportunity to do that kind of shit, be underappreciated. And he has this match like this is why he kept getting voted most underappreciated or most underrated for years. Cause dude's fucking great, and this is the biggest match of his career, and look what he did.
Man, I was watching it and I was kind of getting sad for him. I was like, "This is the peak. This is it." I was like,
"He going back to hell. He going back to hell."
I was like, "This." I almost didn't want the match to end for him. Like, just stay out there, nigga. Keep working. Like keep basking it as long as possible. But you know, I was explaining to Kat. I was like, so like it hit on a certain level, and I think they nailed the emotion behind it in the post match for sure. And I was like, this thing is almost half as great as it could be because like we've watched mass versus mass matches, and I was like, if they were like actual luchadors, like that, this was their livelihoods and shit, and it was like they were actually revealing their identities and like,
and it was getting a financial, they were getting a good deal, a good amount of money to come off their mask too.
Yeah, like I was like, it would hit even harder. I was like kind of explaining that or whatever, but yeah, like as far as like how everything goes, like I think this is gonna go down as a classic in the WWE circles. Like you're probably gonna hear about this for a while.
Well, I mean, has there been a better WWE match you've seen this year?
No.
Yeah. So yeah,
no,
you're right.
Like this.
We are at the 6 month mark. We are in month 6 now.
This smokes CM Punk and Roman Reigns on every feasible level. Like, look, write that down again, and like I'll say it again. Like, nah,
okay,
like that. Like they had a night. Like they had one of them Dave Meltzer 5-star matches where it's like, oh, you gave him 5 for this? Oh, okay. So, what else? But yeah, like now Gable has.
If you haven't watched it,
go out of your way to just watch it for science.
Even the most jaded, I hate this shouldn't exist. They shouldn't be in fucking Mexico. That wrestling fucking sucks or whatever else. You will enjoy it.
Watch it for science.
Just by watching, just being a pro wrestling fan, this is something like I'd be hard pressed to find anybody to not find something they would enjoy out of this presentation. Like this is what you watch this presentation, you like, why the fuck can't we get this on the mainland? Not the mainland is mainland. Why can't the fuck we get this in WWE? Something like simple. This that actually like that the crowd took that seriously and cared that much about.
Like it was goofy and they gave a fuck, which was like kind of a disconnect, but
it's Lucha Libre. It's gonna be goofy. There's gonna be run-ins galore. Motherfuckers gonna do high crosses from 15 from a 15-foot balcony.
They did do the same run-in spot twice in the match. They did do that. But,
do what?
You know, I said they did do the same run-in spot like twice in the match. It was like they were like
that shit had tons of running. I mean, look, is this their version of Cody and Roman doing the belt change? All the run-ins.
I mean, maybe, but no, because
Triple A. It wasn't as bad as that, but not that bad. It wasn't as many as that. But my point is like, they threw the kitchen sink at this shit.
There will never be nothing worse than that one main event in Triple A. I forgot which one. I think it was like they had niggas escape the cage first, and it was 2 niggas left, and then they lifted the cage up. Well, I don't remember. I think it was like in 2017. Nothing will ever top that as far as AAA and run-ins and everything like that. I can't remember who was in that match, but yeah. Yeah, let's go forward, man. WWE pay-per-view Clash in Italy. I felt nothing from this show, and then I'll roll that into the next night on Raw.
The real pay-per-view this weekend was Mexico. Was in Monterrey, brother. It was not in Italia, not at all.
Yeah, like I think they scammed them people in Italy. I think that they shot their entire next generation in the foot and in the ass. They had Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins all getting them wins back, and then like the company that is always about Roman Reigns. It's always about Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
It's always about Seth Rollins. Obafemi, be serious. You're going 50-50 with Brock, and hopefully you're over by the 3rd match. But they whooped you, and they set everyone up and scammed everyone. And the young boy Joshua Smith pointed it out. Brother, this is a Heyman and Brock working masterpiece. Do you hear me? A masterpiece. What did they do? Oh, you want the kid to go over at WrestleMania? We'll put him over.
Yeah.
We'll put him over in under 5 minutes. We'll do it clean.
Yep. And we gonna get it back.
And what we gonna do is fake the retirement. So we're gonna take the spotlight that night. So the story is Brock is retiring.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put this kid in limbo for weeks and don't let him do shit. And then
he's doing open challenges with no fucking belt.
And then we're gonna get the second match out of nowhere. We're gonna unretire, and then we're gonna hit him with our finishing move 7 times and beat him in under. What was the match length for that?
It wasn't long.
It wasn't long at all.
Under 8 minutes, easy.
Yeah. The match kind of rocked, the second one. But brother,
I mean, you got to tell me I'm over these Brock Lesnar matches because it's
yeah, there is that. I'll give you that.
They're
like,
so
it's very
formulaic and
same.
see through or whatever else. I saw it and I was like, oh, okay.
It's very same. It's the same thing. It was like, oh, this is just for Brock. So like, it really puts into context what the first match was for me. Like, I'm like, oh, all this shit was fake. Like they knew this is how they intended this or whatever, right? And it's just like, this is why they will not make stars. This is it right here. Like, because there is no possible explanation under the sun. I don't care if, Vince McMahon Sr., I don't care if Vern Gagne, I don't care if Giant Baba woke up from the grave and said, like, yeah, this is how they should do it. I was going to say, how is what they've done, how would that be more effective than letting Obafemi beat him 3 times in a row?
Exactly.
Look, I don't care whether you beat him or not. I don't give a fuck, right? I'm far detached from what they actually do in this company, right?
But the main thing is if you like, but it's even worse when it's like you beat all of them. It's one thing if you like, all right, well, we can beat one of them, or one of them wins. You beat all of them. What the fuck is your immediate? What the fuck is your next 18 months? What is your next 18 months? Are you getting any of them ready to win a Royal Rumble?
They gonna tell us they are.
All right.
But yeah, they're gonna let Seth Rollins win this King of the Ring tournament. It's gonna be Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and they're gonna be talking about a fucking Shield chair again. I guarantee it. And I can tell you, bro, I don't give a fuck.
You know what else I don't give a fuck about?
What's up?
I do not give a fuck about the Tongan side of the bloodline. Do you see the?
Yes.
Let's talk.
They flashed these niggas sitting. All right. Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu have a categorically boring match that I think zaps all the heat Jacob Fatu has. And then Jacob Fatu,
because he got his ass whooped. He only got like 30% of the match. Bro, Roman beat his ass from pillar to post.
Bro, and then the next night, Jacob Fatu got on his knees and bowed down to Roman Reigns like the West Side Connection the next night. I'm like, all right, there's nothing more in wrestling that I hate than this. And I've discovered this ever since Nassapoi did it. I fucking hate this. Like when they have a wrestler that's like coming up and then they bow down before a motherfucker essentially, like, I hate it. And it's like rolling through all the way through the Ospreay shit with Moxley. I can't stand it. I feel like I don't care about Jacob Fatu anymore. It's like, whatever they're going to do is going to take them 2 fucking years to do it. I don't care. Get it the fuck out of here. And
bro,
like,
he's been around for over 2 years already.
Like, this is dumb.
Right?
This is
Hasn't
dumb.
he?
Yes. And then they're going back to, as you mentioned, the Tongan side, the MFTs and shit.
Yeah, it's like, the story that they just gave it to you on the silver platter is, all right, he's going to betray his cousins and not follow the thing and want his own spot with Sikoa and the Tongans. And it's like, well, I will hope so. He pulled out the Tongan death grip. It would make sense that he starts working with Ming's actual fucking blood as opposed to doing this shit for Samoa. Meanwhile, he's using Tongan moves. Like, we still are in this part where like we have to pretend these aren't two different distinct islands. Whatever, man. Like, I'm over it.
That shit
like,
gotta stop.
Look,
Roman Reigns must be stopped.
It's not Roman's fault. Bro, the Jacob Fatu shit stinks. It always has stunk. I've held my tongue on it since he got to WWE. He is just a dumb stereotype of an island warrior savage. That's it. They interject, they throw in the stuff about the jail stuff all the goddamn time. He just had a tribal warfare match with his cousin, and he kept winning the headbutt advantage because he's the actual pureblood and Roman's a half-breed. That's what they did throughout the whole match. And the internal logic of this match is Roman's head ain't as hard as Jacob Fatu's is, because Jacob's a full breed. He's a real Samoan. And the other one is the other one that you love the most does it because what I'm like, hey man, enough. I can't deal with this transitive. I'm sorry, not transitive. I can't deal with this kayfabe eugenics logic. I can't.
I was about to say this feel like eugenics.
It's eugenics. If you have a full-blooded Samoan versus a half-blooded Samoan, the full-blood Samoan's head is harder. And then what did he have to do? Roman ripped off three top turnbuckles and had to bump Fatu's head into it 20 goddamn times to get him to sell once. Nah, man.
I hated
Get it
all
out
of
of here.
this, bro. I hated it. I was
Get
like,
it out of here.
I was like, they finished this nigga off real good in this match. They had Braun Breaker lose to Seth Rollins for whatever fucking reason they did that for.
Also, another thing. Pro wrestlers, pro wrestling producers, people that are laying out matches. If you're doing a hardcore match and you pull out a table and you set it up in the corner, I don't give a damn what you hit somebody with. You can pull out a gun and shoot them, and I can see blood come out their chest. I know they're not kicking out of three with a goddamn table sitting up there unbroken. Why did you tease two huge near falls with a damn table set up in the middle of the ring? I know it's not ending. I've watched too much of this. It's Chekhov's gun. You don't put the gun on the table unless it's going to go off eventually. Match stunk. Get it out of here.
It was so very bad. And I watched that whole show, right? And it was just like they gave these people nothing. Like
the only features prospect that got anything was Sol Roca that night.
Yeah, and even
and then what did she get? Oh, she gets a legacy of Lita, a wrestler she's already better than.
Yeah,
than she was in her prime. Great,
bro. When I heard that, they were like, I kind of compare her to Lita. I'm like, she's 100 times more athletic than Lita. What the fuck?
I saw when she came down to the ring with Vans in that outfit. I was like, is this some Lita shit? And then I heard one of them on commentary saying, I was like, am I supposed to forget that she's already way more athletic gifted than Lita ever was?
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
This is what they do. They rip Cody and Walter off for 11 minutes and a bullshit finish. Bro, this Cody Rhodes nigga, bro. This Cody Rhodes nigga. These saxophones are getting loud, my boy. They are getting loud, brother. And then Walter, this is what they came up with 6 months later after John Cena, he retires him. They retire AJ Styles. They have him beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. They built nothing for it.
He's a gatekeeper. End of story. Unless they make him the champion, it's diminishing returns until they make him champion.
This is what they intended to do with him?
Apparently.
Paul Levesque.
Shit! I mean, did you see also backstage Cody and Roman, they shared they flashed their own expression of what it would look like if they were on cocaine when they was shaking their jaws back and forth when they saw each other backstage. I'm thinking to myself like, now am I supposed to believe they're about to have they're teasing a match or am I just like, okay, at what point did they link up for their Street Fighter promo?
I said look, I once said this on Twitter, right? I was like, teasing shit in the hallway is not booking. Like, You tell me. Oh, y'all
teasing is just that, teasing.
Look,
it's teasing
it's
until
the
you
third
fucking
match.
do it, and then you can point back and say, "Hey, we had this plan."
Hey,
Otherwise,
it's the
you
third match.
just throwing shit at the wall, hoping somebody reacts.
Y'all let me know when that third match is. I'll make time on the schedule to see who's gonna lay the shoulders.
Right. Because you know who else does this? MJF.
He does.
He teases feet. When's that Eddie Kingston match? Oh, is that what's happening? Oh, okay.
Another great question. Where is Big CM, Rich? Wherever he is, I know he's swole right now. Have you seen this man lately, James?
I saw a picture of him with a pump on during the gym, and people were like losing their minds about it. I was like, well, I mean, he has his pump on during the gym. Like, you're gonna look way bigger than you actually do look when you're lifting weights in a gym.
I would just.
It's even different from like getting your pump on for the wrestlers do the resistant band stuff to get a pump to go out there and wrestle. It's like even it's different from that because that's not heavy resistance.
I'm very inspired by CM Punk. As far as I want to say, I think he's 47 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
He's 47 years old, and he has just gotten in the best shape I've ever seen him in his life.
He was in great shape when he was in UFC, but he was just, I mean, he's in better physique shape for pro wrestling right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know how he did it. And just defying all modern, thinking. It was like, why wouldn't you do this when you're 32 years old? Why wouldn't you do this when you're 27 years old? You go through your entire career not doing that, and then at the ripe age of 47, you show up just in the best shape of your life.
I can't.
I don't know how he does it.
I can't, because you can say the same shit about me, and it's like that's not. So I can't. So it's like,
I don't know how he does it, James.
No, what I'm saying is like you can make those rumors about me based off that same speculative frame or whatever else. You know damn well I ain't spending the money on damn PEDs. So it's like you can't. So it's like it don't even. Nah, like. I get what you're saying. I'm not willing to speculate on that. Like, you know who I will speculate on though? Brian Cage. Brian Cage looks better than he's ever looked in the last 2 weeks since he came back. That's
Brian
ridiculous.
Cage will give you his menu and be like, "How can I help you?" Like,
oh, Brian. I mean, look. I don't think it's some secret with Brian Cage, but it's like, all right, bro, you look ridiculous even for your standard. You always looked ridiculous. Like, it's a whole nother level. Yeah, but yeah, man. Like, so I ain't got much to say with Punk, because I don't know. People don't assume because you've seen what his physique look like all these years. He's at this age now. This what he look like. You make these assumptions. Look, man, I don't know what he was doing before. It wasn't like seeing Punk look like some workout warrior before this. So
might be on that candy. Oh, Miss J. Doom taking that Frank Thomas testosterone. Jesus Lord. Lots of chicken and rice. Yeah.
Chicken and rice, thoughts and prayers. Whatever.
Brian Cage will give you the business card. Man, that's crazy.
Look, you go to any gym, they'll give you the business card. Hey, you want to go on these peptides? Yeah. No, I'm good. Can you imagine? Like, that's one of those things. Like, one of those things people talk about when it comes to like football players, as far as like, how did this person put on 50 pounds or muscle when they get to high school? Is like, you can be the Brian Cushing, where it's like, oh, PEDs, or you can be like, yeah, that kid was poor. He had no idea how to do nutrition. He just blew up once he got to a place that trying to feed him right. And it's funny because I'm actually one of those kids. I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah. So, like, for me, it's like, look, man, I don't know what CM Punk was doing. I have no idea.
I don't know what he's doing, but he looks
no
phenomenal.
idea. I can't speak on that because, like, people look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, nah, man,
CM Punk
I'm not jetting my ass with nothing. Say again?
CM Punk continues to inspire us all. You ain't bending over. You ain't dropping the drawers for the needle, James. That's what you saying?
Nah. That shit's expensive, brother. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. Off all that. But yeah, Clash in Italy was a very bad show. Once again, they ripped their fans off in 5 matches. They don't book Julia on the pay-per-view. She has to wait and wrestle on Raw, I believe. I don't know, man. Just a soulless kind of show.
Yeah, I mean,
got really
it's
nothing out of it.
Look, you remember that first Clash show? This
Yeah,
ain't the same.
yeah.
This ain't the same thing.
But AEW Dynamite last night, pretty good show, I would say. Fireman.
Pretty good. I thought it was really good.
I don't know. Maybe it was just thinking about it. I was like watching, like I was kind of distracted because I had a bunch of shit going on during it.
Okay. Well, I mean, when we go through the card, I think you might want to. I think you might change your mind.
So we got we opened it with MJF and Roosh.
Yes, indeed.
In a opener, and the boys got out the way of the NBA Finals starting. The MJF was like, "I'll go on first, brother. Unselfish." No, I was just playing, but
I mean that's a Dynamite tradition. Put the main event on first. They love doing that.
But him and Roosh had a nice, like, kind of I would say lucha brawl. They went all around the ring, and they were doing like tombstones on the outside gate, and I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good match.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good match. I'd probably say it was great, even like just flat 4, but still, like I mean, all right, Rich, we're gonna have to say this. All right, so we always talk about politicians and bullshitters in the pro wrestling business, and people that play and they up and down like a sun or like a dimmer switch their effort. And Roosh is one of those. When Roosh was in Ring of Honor, we heard all this about the charisma and he had to look. We had all that stuff, but it's like, all right, man, where's the effort, right? Like, where's the effort outside of your cool status as far as like putting the effort to have great matches? And then when he was on the bubble, or not on the bubble, but like, there was talking him bringing him in. I remember you were originally like, man, I don't know if he don't give a fuck. I was like, Rich, he's gonna give a fuck because he knows there's big money opportunity here. And then sure enough, he showed up, and he's always been consistently high effort since he showed up. He ain't been but he only do so much with as far as booking, programming stuff because he ain't really about the lose, right?
Yeah,
and
it's hard. He's done it a few times or whatever, but.
Yeah, he does it to people he know he can't, box out politically, right? So, last week I think on the show I said he gonna watch him take like 90% of this match. All right, I was wrong. He took 75 to 80% of this match. My bad. He beat the shit out of MJF in this match. And then in the end, look what he does to justify it. He gets his shoulder hurt. He pops his shoulder back inside because he's fucking tough and cool. And then in the end, I'm not going to tap out. I'm going to flip you off and pass out because I'm a badass. Roosh is beast as fuck. And he's one of the few people that I would describe as beast that I actually enjoy. Because I think that shit's bullshit and toxic ultimately. But I got to say, I'm sorry. I know I'm being what do you call it? Hypocrite about this. Sorry. I inconsistent all that. I'm sorry. I enjoyed it because Roosh is fucking awesome. And Roosh deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He really does. He's great.
Yeah. Absolutely fake job. So, but it doesn't always suck when that happens.
This was like two scammers linked up to scam us, but we still thoroughly enjoyed it while knowing we was getting scammed. Like, I fully hope that there is a picture somewhere where Roosh and MJF in backstage after this match shook hands and smiled into the camera.
It's like when you see a boxing match and that shit goes to a draw, they went off air, and Floyd Mayweather walked in the next locker room and was like, "Got him, we fucking got him." Like
like Floyd Mayweather was Floyd. Who did he carry? McGregor when he carried McGregor, that kind of shit. Yeah. That's what Ray J was hoping he was gonna get his that dude and knocked his ass the fuck out last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bro,
fake jobs are funny sometimes.
You know how hard,
sometimes they're funny.
Do you know how hard I tried? How hard it was for me to avoid like linking up that knockout punch, staggering him with "If I Had One Wish." You know how hard I wanted to do it so bad. I was like, you know what? That's not fair. But whatever. It was in my mind. I decided not to do it, not to execute it. But man, anyway, great match though. Really enjoyed it. And I mean, it did. I think it did something for Roosh. Like Roosh with these squashes was like, all right, squash is something. But like had that match, they had the promo before the match. to heat him up or whatever else, the face with Andrade or whatever else, like to help further get him over. I was like, man, ain't too many people do this shit better than Roosh. I'm sorry. He's great. He's great at this. He's great at presentation. He really is.
When Andrade was talking Spanish to him and then he switched to English, I was mad. I was like, nah, man, don't switch it to the English. You know, keep it with the energy. That's fine. We don't need to know what that is. We can get the energy.
Yeah.
We had Mark Briscoe against the Blackheart Leo Rush. Man, every time I see this Leo Rush shit, dog.
The shit that I told you about that I can't say on here?
Yes. I think of that. And then I also, like, I just be looking at him. I'd be like, what's wrong with him? Like, how did he, like, come up with this? Like,
bro.
Like what happened to where he was sitting around and just started, all right, I'm going to just start acting like this.
He do these shenanigans and then he do his rope run and stuff, and he's still the quickest guy I've ever seen in pro wrestling. It's like, it's like, it's getting him TV time, and like he's getting overdoing this, but it's one of the things where it's like his ceiling is so much higher than this. But if it works, whatever. Like that shit's getting over, Rich.
Hey,
it is. Especially to add him doing this Gollum from Lord of the Rings shit into conglomeration. It's gonna make him even hotter. Watch.
Hey man, I got something that I want to display on the screen. And I'll say that I understand what's going on here once you see what is on the screen here. And I am pulling it up here, and we will display it. Look, man, Leo Rush is 31 years old.
Yeah.
And I don't say that to be like he's old and washed, but look, man, he's got one eye on the clock. It looks like, hey, man, I need to start developing something else.
I need to start stacking this cash. Also, I want to point this out, right? Because I was on the show for the review for last pay-per-view. When he was in the middle of Stadium Stampede or whatever the hell they called it, during the Lashley part backstage, I wanted him to snap out of it and start going, Lashley. Lashley. I was so happy for that. But anyway, like it's nice to see Lashley still being like, yeah, I'm willing to be on screen with him even while he's doing this shit.
Yeah. 31. Look. Hasn't always had the most consistent career everywhere. He's trying to find something. So, like, I'm not going to get on him too much because it's like...
It's not a bad gimmick. It's just knowing the talent he has.
It's just like,
it feels like it's a step. It feels like it's a step beneath him, but it's working. So whatever, he can always switch out of it after he gets the crowd to care. So,
it's like
he's still wearing them crew pants or the crew trunks while he's doing this too, by the way.
It's like he's gotten chances, but he's never been able to like slam these things home, like kind of as the Leo Rush that we like kind of were introduced to. Yeah. And that's like, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's like, I get it, man. I see the play.
And it's also like, hey man, like we can make decent plays all we want to. Wait till it's him and Darby. And he's doing this. And you see them two lightning fast motherfuckers go at it. We're gonna change.
I need the Darby
Allin.
We
don't love this because we think he'll be doing something better, bro. But if he gets put in with the right people, he's still gonna make this work.
I need Darby Allin breaking the fourth wall and be like, "What's wrong with this weird motherfucker?" As Darby Allin saying this, like, I think that'll really drive it home. Like,
you're like, "What the hell is his problem?"
Yeah, exactly.
He's off his rocker. Like Moxie being looking at somebody and be like, he's crazy. He's like, okay.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Mark Briscoe then wants MJF to give him a title shot. Got a pretty good promo on MJF. I kind of zoned out during a small portion of it because it was like, all right, bro. It was like he was trying to sell me too much. I was like, all right, bro. I'm already ready for the match. I get you, bro. I understand, Mark.
I think it's been so long you kind of had to remind people that like they had that match like 9 months ago when he did that fake job. Well, not fake job. Well, yeah, it was fake job because he left and then came back months later. Like, never happened. Like, I'm glad, like, because I was sitting there waiting, like, are they actually going to bring this up? And then he did. I was like, thank you. This actually happened. So Yeah, they're gonna have a good match. They like wrestle each other, and I kind of think that the Briscoe thing was a stand-in for Kingston that he never got.
Yeah, I don't think the Eddie Kingston one will ever really go down.
I mean,
It kind of stinks. I wish it would, but I think
it's too late now.
stuff-
He broke his legs and ain't been the same since.
Yeah,
It sucks. Kingston had you could have put him in the title picture. I don't think you'd make him the champion. You could have put him in there. You could definitely put him there opposite MJF, and I think that would have been one of the biggest things for MJF's career if he had gotten that, and we missed it. And now he's doing Foley instead, seemingly.
eventually it will happen. I'm convinced, obviously, that he's going to wrestle. So get ready, everybody. Stardom. Tekla declares war on Stardom and spits on the logo after.
Oh my gosh, you spit on an LED screen. Like, what the? All right, man. Like, I like Tekla generally.
It's symbolic.
And I'm willing to slide as far as like it. Look, it's just silly because she gets away with a lot of silly shit anyway. But yeah, I was like, all right, that ain't menacing or intimidating to me. You spat on you may as well spell on logo on a piece of paper. It's the same thing.
That would be funny as shit if she pulled out a piece of the fucking notebook paper and she's like, I got a drawing right here.
Put the star logo and just spat on the star.
Look, draw just a star on that bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, she says she hated all the idols and she talked about getting fired.
Now, my thing is, I don't know if people that don't watch Stardom, like maybe they can make some guesses based off like they've seen Riho, they know what an idol is. I don't know.
Tell them what an idol is, James.
I mean, an idol is basically an entertainer, like a pop star. Like whether it's dance or like Kamatani, who was a dancer, or like Tam, who was Tam was in a pop group, or whatever else. But like basically people that are like trying to be entertaining, they wear like these. Any of them outfits that you ever heard of being described as schoolgirl outfits, Sailor Moonish or whatever else, like that's that's an idol or whatever else. So, like when Tekla was in, I mean that's a rough version of what her last year and change was in Stardom, where she called herself like the idol killer or whatever else. Yeah. She was basically facing Cosmic Angels until the end. She got fired.
Yeah, it's interesting, dog. I wonder who they're gonna send for because like there was a bunch of
hopefully it's Poi.
They were like, I saw Shuri respond to this tweet. They did like
Shuri ain't no. I mean she
like, hey, she don't take no disrespect.
Look,
put a star.
Look, she don't have idol looks, but she definitely has idol energy at times. She be doing dances, she does comedy, all that kind of stuff. It's just whenever you seen her in Stardom, she's been just like the most complete ass kicker in the history of women's wrestling. If you just watch Stardom, if you only watch her in Stardom, but that's not really what Shuri fully is. Like she can do anything, just like how like Asuka, where like she could literally do anything. It just depends on what you want to set her off to do. But yeah, like I mean. Sure, bring Shuri over. It's not like, I mean, she's been in AEW before. She got a huge fucking pop in Texas.
Yeah. Trying to think. Yeah, I don't think Kamatani's coming.
No.
Yeah, but might be time to hit the music soon, man. I was actually looking for the music, but I couldn't find it.
I got it. I'll send it to you. I mean, we're going to have to. Like, Utami just came back, so it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
The thing they were setting up in place 2023 is like about to pop off. So
no better time for us to start hitting the music again. So
yeah,
it's definitely happy.
I just got to get myself, like before we ever started covering Stardom on the show, like I watched like 6 months of the show of Stardom shows. Like I've been out of it so long. I mean, I don't think it'll take 6 months, but like I have to get reacclimated.
Yep. What do we have? But yeah, she spit on the logo and. Your mind runs wild on who's going to answer.
Do you see the chat?
Let's see.
Apparently, yes. Athena and Shuri. That's gonna be great.
At ROH, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's wrestling Sari, I think next week. So
yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be great too.
One. We got Ospreay and the Death Riders backstage. Moxley giving Ospreay a pep talk. Basically saying you beat this motherfucker before Who else? He said, "You're different." He said, I forgot what else he said.
Also mentioned that, hey, Dallin Callis wasn't going to interfere. We will intervene. We got your back, yeah. And then oh boy, did they. Hella run-ins on this match.
Yeah, niggas had a Bloodline Rules match in the main event, boy.
The crowd kept popping more and more and more for all that shit, Rich. They loved that shit.
Yeah.
I started laughing how goofy it was, but it's like, this still was a great match.
Oh, let's see what else we got. Oh, then up next, they have Andrade squash a bitch, and then Callis comes out with Doyle, and he shakes Andrade's hand. All of a sudden, he's like, "I have something important to say. Welcome to the new member of the Don Callis family, Kevin Knight." And I'm just like, what an underwhelming way to put him in the group. I know last week they met backstage and stuff like that. I feel like it should have been a longer pursuit. 1, 2, I don't think Kevin Knight needs to be in the Don Callis family.
Yeah, that's the only part that I really care about. I think they basically said we're bringing him out and we're going to put him in the spot that Takeshita was in, and I'm like, given that he was on TV at the rate he was, he was going into this match. I feel like he was already where Takeshita was in the Don Callis family as far as the level, and now you put him there, and it's like, so I mean, obviously, you know, they're setting up like this Don Callis thing is just a long form thing of an incubation chamber for people to eventually break off as a babyface away from Don Callis family. They feud with Don Callis family. I get that. I just didn't feel like it was needed for Kevin Knight to be in this.
Same. And for me, it reeks of like Machiavellian forces shuffling people around the card to ensure certain outcomes are met. Now, for me, looking at Kevin Knight, I felt like he should have got a shot to stand on his own.
Or better yet, you know, how about he take up Swerve on that offer?
There is that.
That's far more interesting.
I'm gonna leave that to the side right now.
To me, that's far more interesting because he gets to stand. He gets to stand to be a more unique presence in the in position wise in the company that way. And like, it's one. Well, I can't say that. I just think that it's I would have more confidence if it was in this overall operation if it was Swerve and Kevin Knight together as opposed to, you know, the kind of presentation we just have for both of them present right now.
Yeah. How can I say this? Kevin Knight. I believe in Kevin Knight's ability to overcome what I think the limitations of the Don Callis family are. It feels like whatever. If LA's got
I think he's positioned to where he's one of the guys. I don't think he's a guy. I think he's like, you know how there was a top 4 original, like there was Andrade, there was Fletcher, Takeshita, and Okada. Mm-hmm. I think he's just replaced Takeshita in the pecking order.
Yeah, but I'm like, you close this pay-per-view with this seemingly major angle. You break up his tag team inside of 2 weeks that he could have got much mileage out of, right?
I mean, there's still mileage in it, given that finish. They're going to do that again. They're definitely doing that again.
I'm like, man, you can just like build it up for that. Have him avoid the nigga for a little bit. Give Bailey a few wins. Like, say, I'm coming for you. Have Knight duck him and be like, I'm done with you. And then eventually gets him in the ring, like something like that. Like
they can still, but I think their logic is we're still going to do that. So we're just going to do with him going up the mountain against Callis guys. I think that's what he's going to rebuild, beating Callis guys before he gets back to a rematch with Knight. I think that's what their logic is. But it's like we've seen it so many times before, whether it's Callis or Death Riders now.
It's uninspired as fuck.
Or, like, you know, the other multiple times that MJF has done it with his various heel factions.
And my whole point was like, you do this major angle with him closing one of your big shows, essentially your 7th anniversary show, and your next answer is to put him in the faction like that, just like is like he's all right. he's not number one, right? And it's like
You put a ceiling on how far you can reach. Yeah.
Right. And it's just like, okay, do I think he's going to try to, and his whole thing, he has a TNT belt and he's going for, he said, I want to be Jet 2 belts and stuff like that. So, like, his eye is on the prize, technically, right?
But everybody's is, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, that, like, at this point in time, like
we know how this company works.
Saying that in February meant something different than saying it now, because back in February, we were like, where is it going to play out? Where now it's like, oh, well, that was his game plan. Like, we got rid of the rankings, and to make up for that is we basically say, every single person in the company wants the AEW World Title, even if they're secondary champions with other belts, because you can always sell stories off of similar like tournaments where it's like, this person lost to this person, they can always be get back because you ruin up their linear plan path towards whatever else they can meet back and run it back. Like, it functions in that way without having to like do promos about betrayal and all that kind of stuff. I get it. It's fine. But after now seeing it for now month 6 of it, is like I'm fully aware this is your operating strategy now.
And on like, I get Kevin Knight turns heel, right? And I was like, all right, after Kevin Knight turns heel, it's like I feel like we need to lock the door on the heel turns for quite a while. And I'm just filling out cards and looking at opponents and who's available, and it's just like there's so many heels. And I was like, where the fuck are our heroes? Who are our heroes?
Darby, top baby faces, right?
Yeah.
All right, Darby, Ospreay, Omega, Takeshita. Who else we naming?
It starts getting slim. Jericho.
Okay.
Like, we don't know what Mox is.
I won't call him babyface.
It's tough. Yeah. Bandito?
Yeah, I put him there. But at the same time, he can't beat Swerve. Hangman Page whenever he comes back, but he can't be champion ever again.
Yeah.
Until he turns heel. It's like we just gonna load up on heels. It's like they treating this shit like a pitching staff. We have everybody come out here throwing 99 off the mound. Like, hey man, where are the baby faces? They have messed up the balance again.
Look, I want to see baby faces whooping ass. Like, people have this obsession with heels and just acting like assholes, and maybe that's a personal problem with them, right? Like,
right.
But I want to see people be fucking heroic. I want to see people be epic. I want to see people be upstanding motherfuckers. Like, and then
be faced with adversity, and then ultimately at the end, no matter how bleak it gets, like ultimately like decide to fight through it or the controversy to persevere because it's inspiring. Yeah.
Like, for me, like, the stars are not the fucking heels who are smarter than everybody, who seem to gang up on everybody, who seem to beat everybody's ass.
And in our collectives.
Right. And seem to figure it out, right? But I'm like, the best fucking baby faces we're left with are the fucking conglomeration. Like,
and they have nerfed heavily Orange Cassidy since he came back. Yeah.
Seemingly. That's what we're left with, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, now
we have one babyface faction, faction, and we have, Death Riders and Don Callis. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, it just feels, back to the Kevin Knight thing, to swing it back around to him, it feels creatively uninspired, and it
would Brody King count as a babyface, a top babyface in this company right now?
I guess.
But he's not main event in pay-per-view.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm looking at it like, I just think there was so many more creative things to do with Kevin, like, and it's more status quo than anything. And it's like, okay, I know the exact like path with Knight and where he's going. It's like, I would have preferred to see him do his own thing personally, but.
Yeah, can you put up that message or that chat about how the show started?
When has he ever been a good babyface?
I mean that's a good point. Like, the show did start heel versus heel. That should be indicative of what we're saying. Like, they have strayed too far into the heel stuff.
Yeah, like
I enjoyed it because Rush was gonna beat the shit out of him, and he portrayed he was the one to cheer for in the match because it's MJF. But still, even then, it's still bad guy versus bad guy. It's just one bad guy you'd rather he win than the baddest of bad guys. Yeah. Now back to
and
Sheamus
really,
Nova.
who knows with Rush? Like that nigga's a wild card. Like
Yeah. I mean, they're probably say because LFI still they're
that shit don't exist no more.
It don't.
No, I don't think so.
That's just not in Ring Honor. Sammy. Does exist. But yeah, man. Sheamus Nova said, Ridge on his knees, begging, praying for the return of Jay White. Hey, man, I can tell you one thing. I am quite sure that Rich Latta is not on his knees begging for a return of Jay White.
Under any circumstances, I don't.
Get well soon and all that. The last time we saw him was January 4th. But goddamn, yeah, man, babyface Jay White is not. That's not really a thing.
Yeah, I don't even know what that process was
like. That they ain't been like. I mean, I've only ever heard of it twice, right? Like Ring of Honor excursion, and then like Bang Bang Gang, and it's like, all right, well that's some Saturday shit. So. What's the ceiling on that?
I'm all right.
Yeah,
we all right. Like collectively, like what else we got?
You want babyface Jay while he's spouting out catchphrase after catchphrase after catchphrase and nothing of substance. All right, y'all got it. Y'all can have it.
Kevin Knight beats Mike Bailey.
Great match.
Yeah, great match.
Great match. It wasn't, but there's a better match in them, and how that finish went with the run-ins. And he's like, oh, okay, that's not a blow off. That's not the definitive Kevin Knight. And
I wanted this to open
match.
all in, and I don't know. They'll probably mess around and do it in Canada.
I mean, yeah, and get him to win there. Yeah. You're probably right there.
We got the Young Bucks and the Dogs face off backstage. The Young Bucks called David Finlay the worst Bullet Club leader of all time, and Clark Connor's Timu Hangman.
Hey, why are they out here burying the hills with truth?
That is damning. I think that is a fair question.
Why would they tell the truth like that?
That is like, does somebody want to send a message to them or something? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know, man. Well, but whenever they had that match, it's gonna be really good. Yeah. Because it's the greatest tag team ever versus a really good, like, two wrestlers. So yeah.
MJF was in a fucking tub. I ain't seen that. I don't know. Like, was this nigga like? Was he supposed to be naked in there? Like, what was the?
No. The reason why I sighed is because he's such a fucking phony. All right, so it's a cold tub, but it's a metal cold tub, like the old school joints. But in Rich, like when there's ice and there's cold, like when you get a cold can of Coca-Cola, right? The 12-ounce can. What comes off of the can that shows you that it's cold? Steam. You see condensation.
Yeah, steam.
There's no fucking condensation on the thing. It's a fake ice tub. It's like you can't even. Maybe it's me for just I had to stick my foot in one of those fucking things, right? But it's like, all right, man, like nah.
Yeah, it's
just a phony.
A ham.
Just a phony.
A complete ham. And
I did appreciate the
not
idea.
Mommy's little ham either. Like, no, that's a ham. So, then we got.
Speaking of that, we didn't talk about Jay Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. We just omitted that.
So when I was watching, did I tell you how I fucked up watching this show, James? Because of WWE's fucking weird fucking technology and the combo of fucking YouTube TV and all this shit. They were like, all right, you can watch 2 matches in the first hour essentially of this show. I'm like, all right, cool. And I pay for YouTube TV, whatever.
Okay.
So little do I know, they have this pre-show that's set to go on, right? And it's like 12 to 2, apparently, right?
Okay.
And the show is supposed to start at 2 o'clock. I'm just going along watching this pre-show. I just got it loaded up. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, why the fuck is it 3 o'clock? Like, when does the show start? Like, I was like, I know they in Italy or some shit. Like, did I get the time fucking wrong or some shit? I don't know. And then it turns out I was watching the fucking pre-show, like, in, like, the pre-show, I wasn't watching it in real time. I just clicked on it because it said Clash in Italy or whatever, and then maybe it was, like, it was cut off or something, the rest of it. So I was just watching it after, like, the start time, essentially. So I was like, what the fuck happened? And then, like, I clicked to the actual stream, and then it's the 3 count going down between Rhea Ripley and Jade or whatever, and I was like... That's how I got fucked up here. Like, because then I was going to have to switch again to the pay-per-view stream after that. The illegal pay-per-view stream, that is, by the way.
Relax.
The one that just happened to come out of nowhere.
Oh, man.
So, Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, what happened here?
This is probably the best Jade Cargill match I can remember seeing.
That's nice.
Yeah.
3 1/4?
Probably something like that. Yeah. Yeah. And like the end of the match, I mean, B-Fab and Michin came out to interfere in the match, and then like Charlotte made the save, doing like the Alexa Bliss is like the pathway towards forgiveness between Charlotte and Rhea for their old bad blood. So they've been like doing trios matches of late. So like I see Charlotte making a save for Rhea, and I'm thinking to myself, I see what's happening. It's all starting to make sense. It's all starting to make sense now. Like she's been on this camp. She been doing this. For me and Rich and JML been talking about like
break it open.
Charlotte has been like hanging out with people, the younger generation of WWE female superstars, and like doing these workouts with them. And it's like
wearing these outfits. She got like a new
I'm not getting
stylist.
into the outfits. I'm not getting into the outfits.
The outfits are part of it.
I'm getting into the outfits. I'm not getting into the outfits.
The outfits are part of it.
For you, not for me. Leave me out of it. Don't put me with your shit. Put yourself with your shit and leave me. Whatever your speculation is, your speculation, not my speculation.
The outfits ain't bad. Like she doing her thing. That's what I was saying. Like,
so I'm just like, okay, she's like campaigning, and it's like it reminds me of like when people talking about over the years, like the best, who's the best wrestler you ever seen, and they always be like them WWE motherfuckers that came through the what do you call it? Performance Center. They'd be so quick to tell you Randy Orton, right? So I'm like, okay, I see what's happening. She this is the legacy play. This is the legacy play. Okay, good for her. So now it's like, and then as she making this legacy play, she hanging out with people that was ops back in the day, right? Alexa Bliss was a huge op to the Horsewoman, right? Just for back then, because it was scraps. It was scraps for all of them, for them to have. Look, so if one person away, the other 4 in the way. So it turned into that. And then also you see them doing this.
Ain't cool with Becky no more.
Right.
Her and Bayley ain't never really been, like that. That's Sasha's or Sasha, quote unquote. That's Sasha's, person. So I need a new person.
Yeah. So now you have this Rich, you told me things that I remember that maybe I was supposed to remember 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, but I still remember them. And it's like, okay, so now Rhea and Charlotte is doing a program where they friends. I'm like, okay.
I don't believe it.
And I'm just like, okay, I see what time this is. It's time for her to get this SummerSlam summer title belt reign. That's what this is all setting up. It's like, okay, all right, not bad, Charlotte. She has 16 yet, or she finna get to 16?
She's already got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she already got it.
Yeah, it's time to keep adding on.
Ascend,
it's time to keep adding on. Yeah. So, but man, like, I mean, but yeah, man, I ain't got nothing. I mean, it was a good match, but it's one of those things where it's like, all right, now the program's over for Jade, and I don't know where she goes, because the big thing that she would have for her would have been Bianca, and she's off the table for a while. I mean, I'm assuming they'll get back to it eventually, but that's a long-term play. I don't know what's up for her for short term.
Mercedes Moné returns, and new theme in tow.
Yeah.
Done by yours truly, and pleasure to do so. Crowd, huge reaction for Mercedes. Everyone happy to see her pretty much on Twitter.
She got a bell pop.
Yeah. I thought it was like a perfect time for her to come back, obviously, because like you look at the state of the women's division and the amount of real estate they command, it is not a lot.
They lost a lot of ground once Tony left. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously it was twofold because it was Mercedes and Tony off at the same time, but like it expanded once Tony, it became obvious. It's like, okay, like they clearly like Tekla, but you can tell when Tony Khan feels like he has a star in that division when he doesn't, and like a dollars and cents type of star, not just a narrative star. Like he loves what Tekla's doing, and I love what she's doing, but like they still don't see her as. Yeah, like
she's got.
We're going to give her 20 minutes. We're going to give her 20 minutes of time, or she can have a match as long as she fucking wants on Dynamite. Yeah, that ain't been a thing.
That ain't it.
Yeah, but Tony Storm and Mercedes, they get all the time they fucking want.
Yep. Her and Windsor have a really good match here.
Yes.
Mercedes gets a win, and like
really good match.
It's you look at this tournament, it's kind of set up for Mercedes, right? They're gonna do Mercedes and Hazuki presumably, and then
they could do. We'll see. They could do Hazuki They could do the Hazuki match because that wasn't on AEW, and it was a big deal that like broke containment as far as how good it was.
That's it.
And then, but they also could do the Persephone match. Unless they've already done a Persephone match, I can't remember with Mercedes.
They did one, and she dropped the belt to her already in CMLL. So for me, it wouldn't really make sense to do it again because then it's like, are you setting up another one or what? So like, I figured they're bringing Hazuki in for at least for multiple matches. Like they're not just going to fly her in and say, "Hey, go back home now." So I could easily see Mercedes.
Well, I mean, she had a match on
Collision.
Yeah, versus Maya World.
Yeah.
Is it My World? Then you consult on that track too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that. A lot less work on that one, but still important work. This thing's set up, I think, for Hazuki and Mercedes, and then in the finals is going to be Athena or Sarie. I can't call that one, but with Forbidden Door coming, that's where the finals are going to be. It could be Sarie.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if you're doing this based off of we are trying to follow in the Forbidden Door thing of this, and Mercedes has to be on this thing, then you do Sarie, and then I would imagine you would do Persephone because like if you're gonna make Mercedes a Joshi killer, cool, but I don't think there's a need to, and also like Persephone's a bigger deal to AEW than Hazuki is, unless you're gonna sign Hazuki.
I mean.
You could.
You could.
I mean, she's better than Persephone, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You already have Persephone signed. I will not go any further on who Hazuki's also better than, but we'll leave that alone.
One more time?
I said they get mad at me when I point these things out. Remember when they talked about that three-way match?
I do remember that one.
Remember how mad they were about that? And it's like, oh. I didn't hear him point that out when they finally had a Hazuki and Mercedes match. They like, yeah, that's not. Yeah. Anyway,
shout out to the CEO. We are all CEO, James. We are all CEO. Keep that in mind.
That is true. We are all CEOs in our. It's a what is that WWE shit? It's a mindset. It's a mindset. Yeah.
Okada and Takeshita. There's Ciampa and Jericho having words.
Do you see the list?
I did see the list, and I love it. I thought that was brilliant.
See, I don't like your
I have 1,004 reasons I hate you. Number one,
the crowd popped like crazy.
Your fucking band sucks. Fozzy, number one, bro. That was great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a really good match.
I do too. I do too. I think
That's gonna be that. Look, that's good.
they're gonna probably have a bloody match at some point
if
too.
If they have a great match, that is a killer segment from One Nation Radio.
Y'all like victory laps?
You get to do your Jericho victory lap. I get to do my Ciampa victory lap.
Look, y'all better pray. Y'all better hope it's mid. I better hope it's mid, because if it ain't,
If you listen to us, hey, watch this thing, we're insufferable.
Tune out that week.
You might want to check out that night. You might not want to watch that episode or watch that clip.
But even if you do, it's gonna find you. You know it's gonna find you.
Yeah.
So, Ospreay and Mark Davis, semifinal match. Really good match here.
Yeah. So remember we were like, hey man, they need to start getting Ospreay ready. And I think one thing we just didn't account for was like, oh, he'll just get himself ready, but letting the fucking bell ring.
There is that.
Like there's like we were so fretting about like it needs to be the perfect storyline in between. And I think when they put the Okada, when they put the Omega thing to it, it's now making more sense, and I'm liking it a lot more. But
I just think they were overcomplicating it, and then I'm like, bro, just ring the fucking bell and let the best wrestler in the world fucking wrestle. Can we do that?
And they are, and it's working. That crowd was going. That crowd was ready to lose itself after all of the run-ins and stuff at the end of this match, and Ospreay won.
Yeah.
They were losing themselves. Yeah, man, this match is awesome.
Yeah, it was. He ends up getting the win. He even gets a pop for the armbar finish, which did not happen before. And what else happened? His hidden blades look great.
Yeah.
So, Mark Davis, this guy's like had a hell of a year as a TV wrestler.
Yes.
Like anybody you throw him out there with, it tends to go very well.
Because the main event the main event last week with Jumbo was also great too.
Yeah, held his own
nicely.
Bro, them niggas both, Fletcher and Mark Davis, like, I said this on ROPW. I was like, it seemed like the next great tag team in AEW was going to be Aussie Open.
Yep.
But injury derailed both of their fortunes and probably put them in better spots than they would have ended up being in.
Do you ever imagine that Mark Davis be utilized as well as a singles act in AEW? I never would have imagined this.
No,
I thought once they went with Fletcher, it's like, well, Fletcher clearly has the future potential, but now Davis is fucked. He has nothing to do now.
Yeah.
And then they were doing the thing with Doyle, and then Doyle got hurt, and then now it's like, shit. What they gonna do with Doyle? I don't want to see Doyle. I don't want to see Mark Davis stuck with Doyle no more. I'm like, and I don't mean that no bad thing. Doyle don't suck, but I'm like, this guy is the big nasty ugly of the month.
Yeah, he's tough, man. Like,
yeah,
and it's like, I know they've gone 1-1, but like you could easily give him a world title TV match in the second half of the year. You could easily program him if he drops, the national belt. You can put the tags on him.
Yeah.
With Doyle, as you mentioned.
Or you could do Aussie Open.
You could do that too.
You could just do that and have them be the second best tag team in the company.
Yeah, you could do that. As a matter of fact, that might not be a bad place to hide Kyle Fletcher for like a few months or whatever, however long Ospreay's got the belt till you want to pull the trigger on that. It's not a bad place to hide him.
Before they were even all the time we would see a Velocities match, and I was like, yeah, bro, they need to fight. They're destined to fight the Young Bucks. Aussie Open match with the Young Bucks, and it's going to be one of the greatest tag matches of all time. They just haven't happened yet. It's going to happen. And when it does, I'm going to be like, June 5th, 2026, I said this shit. And I saw it, and I'm talking about I saw it during the pandemic or whatever else. Yeah, man, like, AEW's loaded with talent, bro. Like, it's embarrassment of riches, and it's a point where it's like, we are arguing about, like, oh, this all-time great wrestler in this position as opposed to this great wrestler here. And it's like, bro, we are really being granular and really like splitting hairs with these fucking guys because they have a million guys. They can pick anybody out of a hat and have a great like program.
You got think about all the people that weren't on this show. It's crazy. Like
Swerve wasn't on the show. Omega wasn't on the show.
Jericho not on the show. Heyman not on the show. Hurt Syndicate not on the show. Christian Cope not on the show.
FTR not on the show.
FTR not on the show. Young Bucks only in a small pre-tape. What else? Yeah, it's embarrassingly talented company. So like, you know,
Right.
hopefully nothing ruins it. You know, hopefully nothing ruins it. So, but yeah, man, this is fucking GWE, dog.
Well, home before we get to that.
Yeah.
When do we get? Is it this week or next week when we get people complaining about the build for Forbidden Door? When we follow the regular scheduled program of like of discourse around AEW, where there's always some point where like
You're right.
they didn't build this show
They didn't
properly
do
right,
shit.
and then you know what they do every year? They have one of the best fucking shows of the year. It does its buy rate that it's supposed to do, or that's on par with everything else, and then we look back and be like, how do we keep falling for this insanity every single year where we from internet dummies?
I think Dominion has to happen first. I think.
That's true.
And then after that,
The fallout, so they can get people to fly in. Yeah.
And then it's like, okay. But, yeah, it's due to hit at any point, probably over the next 2 weeks. And then,
yeah,
you know, depending on whatever the world title looks like, which I don't know if there's going to be a world title match. You know,
I mean, they could always do MJF versus Mystico.
You know, a little birdie tells me that there may not be a world title match on this show. I don't know. You know, it might be some multi-man stuff going on. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, tag matches, you know, 8-man matches, different stuff like that. So, I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out. But
so are they saving that for August 2nd? Is Grand Slam Mexico August 2nd?
yeah, the Mexico show, I think August 2nd or August 5th, something like that.
Okay. Just
And then Redemption is in July.
Oh yeah, that's right. So maybe, but anyway, they need to do an MJF Mystico match for AEW. It needs to happen.
I don't know if I think they might run out of time. Like as far as like for the world belt or something.
I'm very aware of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like it ain't even got to involve the title.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yes. We're not going to spend too long on this because like we're not going to argue about the GWE list because it's kind of fucking insane.
It's silly.
Yes, you think
very
about
silly.
it. But if you got the list that I texted you before, right? Or if not, I can
when did you send it?
actually I'll re-forward it to you because I know the last person I sent it to got a fucking kick out of it.
Oh, great. Messenger or text?
I'm gonna send it through Messenger.
Okay.
I'm gonna forward it over.
All right.
Right through there.
Okay, I see it.
Look, not a lot of black niggas. Not a lot of like.
Not a lot. I mean, I only saw biracials.
You know. Let's see.
It's Mercedes, Aja Kong, and Rock, right? That's
I
it,
believe
right?
so. Yep.
Yeah.
You know.
But I'm not finna get into that. Like, you know what that is.
Look, there is that.
You know what that is. I'm not finna get into that. My main thing was I saw that list and I'm like, okay, so this is greatest wrestler ever worldwide, and I only see like 8 Mexicans, huh? I just thought, and 2 of them are Ray and Eddie, who are Americans. They're Mexicans that are from America, and I'm like, all right, man, y'all got it.
I saw William Regal on this shit, dog. No.
Regal's on here?
He's number 72 on that bitch, bro. Look who he's directly in front of.
Rich, I mean, you look at that list and you see who's on it, and this is no knock. Look, a list like this is meant to piss off everybody. It's a group project where people come in and vote, and then the vote gets tabulated, and then you come up with, and then the list gets made, and then people freak out because their opinions are not like a set list of other people. But from the population pool, just looking at the names on this list, where this
shit came from.
There is a lot of people on here they love their old school wrestling on this thing and their old school Japanese pro wrestling, and it's like I got no knock against it because there's not. I mean, outside of like a handful or two of people on here, I think all the people have legitimate discussions to be listed on here, and you can come out with you can make a list of 300 plus people, and they all got a right to have their name in this 100. That's how hard that's how subjective all of this shit is. So I'm not going to get into it, but I just find it weird.
I mean, I don't see Matt.
You know me, I've been saying this for years. When we go to WrestleMania weekend, we were going to WrestleMania weekend in 2017, 2019, and you start seeing the CMLL guys, whatever else, and they on these indie shows or whatever else, and you see them do what they do there, and then like you go look at their cage match rating, or you go look at like where they are on Voice of Wrestling matches or whatever else, and it's just weird. It's always weird that like that you will see like the general American pro wrestling fan. They can name you. They will come out. You say, "What's your hardcore American wrestling fan?" or whatever else, hardcore person. They'll start reeling off 50 Japanese people, and all of a sudden you start getting the Mexicans, and it's like this list gets short real fucking quick. And I've always been like, why is that? That's strange. That's odd. I don't get that. And you look at this list, it's another fucking example of this.
They got the fucking Necro Butcher on here, dog. Like we not serious, man. Like,
I ain't seen enough Necro Butcher to argue about that, but the matches is nasty, and people and the people that are in these matches. Look,
man.
Look, Dump Matsumoto's on here for nasty matches too.
Like
nasty matches will get you on this list. Like, where's Moxie? Ain't Moxie high as fuck on this thing?
It's number 39.
They like nasty matches. Moxie has a lot of nasty matches. Now, he's 39 on this. Can't get into the Observer Hall of Fame ever.
Correct.
Apparently.
Yeah. Look, Matt and Nick Jackson, nowhere to be found on this shit. Greatest tag team ever. Nowhere to be found on this shit.
Hey, I didn't see Dax or Cash on here either, so it's cool. It is what it is.
I did see Tully Blanchard on this bitch.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, that's interesting.
I did see.
I thought Arn was going to be in here. I didn't expect to see Tully though.
Yeah, I did. As I mentioned before, I saw William Regal, who has never had a good match. I don't give a fuck. Like, find one. I dare you. Like, I'll pay you $1. Like,
you know what kind of match is going to be in there? There's going to be some match where a motherfucker that will vote Rock Henry on this shit would vote for as being some great match. Oh, they're going to talk about realism. It's like, all right, bro. Like he's from the same people that tell you Mark Henry was better than Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Shawn Michaels number 37, right behind Antonio Inoki. What else we got on here? That's pretty funny. Samoa Joe making the top 20. I feel like that's kind of a lot.
In his prime he did the wrestling that these people like. He's dealt like where do you think he was gonna fall? Once you see this list, if I just erase Samoa Joe's name on here and I told you to put him in there, where you think he'll go? I'd be like, yeah, I did.
60s,
put him in the top 20.
50s, I don't.
No, I'm saying you look at that list, how it played out, and you erase Samoa Joe's name, then you say now add Joe on the list. Where do you think he falls here? Do you think he falls in the Do you think he falls in the top 25? In the 50, 25, the 50 to 65, or 75, or 75 to 100? I think, yeah, he fits in that top 25 for the people that are voting on this. You know what they like.
Eddie Guerrero at 12. Look, I'm gonna say that sounds kind of a lot.
Death bump.
Look, I know niggas love Eddie Guerrero. Look, I said that a certain way for a reason. They love Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
But better than Hiroshi Tanahashi?
I know.
No.
My thing is, if you love Eddie Guerrero that goddamn much,
you might as well just vote him number one then.
No,
shit.
No, if you love Eddie Guerrero that goddamn much, why I'm only seeing 7 other Mexicans on here? The fuck?
It was just him alone.
He's just a magical Mexican, huh?
Oh, also, Rey Mysterio, number 8.
Yeah, that's...
I don't know, brother.
Look, man, he's one of the most influential wrestlers ever, but I'll put you like this. is he even top 8? If we were gonna have Lucha Blog put up a greatest Lucha Libre wrestler ever, right? Is Ray on Lucha Blog's list? Is he making the top 8? Is Ray? I don't think he is.
I don't like to.
They treat that nigga like he's McDonald's.
I was gonna say,
I'm not McDonald's, but they treat that nigga like he's Panda Express.
Yeah,
like this is an imitation of whatever. Like this is like this motherfucker's Taco Bell. I'm like, all right, bro, y'all got it.
I'm not about to say a bunch of negative things about Rey Mysterio Jr., but number 8, that's a lot, brother. What else?
I'm with you.
Mick Foley, number 18.
Nasty matches. Nasty matches.
Jerry Lawler above Kenny Omega. Nigga, please. Nigga, please. Who else we got? Terry Funk, number 1.
Nah, I got one for you. Has anyone brought up GWE to Jim Cornette?
I would imagine.
Just I would like to see what his thoughts are on like Kenny Omega being right next to Jerry Lawler, so he could say something crazy, and then I could say, "Hey, I heard you say a lot of nasty things about Kenny Omega around people like Riho or whatever else," and I say, "Hey, the person you should really be concerned about being around Riho is, yeah."
Aja Kong, number 11. Love to see it.
One of the all-time greats.
Maybe a little high, but
look, they like the retro shit. I
can't be mad at Aja Kong.
I'm just glad that they put somebody on there that when I watch a match from the 90s, I'm like, oh, this match absolutely tracks with the shit that goes on now. So fine with me. I didn't like how low they had Manami Toyota though.
Manami Toyota is number 41. Behind John Cena.
Right. Right.
Let's see. CM Punk at 23. Nigga, please.
ROH got a hold on these people.
It's something, bro.
I mean, look who's number 2.
I know.
That 2000 ROH has a hold on people.
Like, I see.
Was Nigel on it? Was Nigel in 100?
I don't believe. He might have been towards the top. No, he was not.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if I would say, I think when we did the anniversary show for One Nation Radio, I think a 10th year anniversary or whatever it was, or whatever else. Like, I think I put Daniel Smith. I think I put him number 1 for our time covering pro wrestling. But so like him being number 1, him to be number 2 in this thing is like, they don't really surprise me.
Kenta Kobashi number 3. Shout out to Big Kobashi. Flair number 4. Steve Austin number 5.
Seems a bit high, but awesome. Was fucking awesome.
That bit, just a tad bit, but yes, awesome. Vader at 15. Not seeing it, brother.
He fits that mold.
Roddy
if you
Piper
tape trade in the 80s and the 90s, you think Vader is God, a god, right?
I guess.
Vader was fucking awesome. I mean, look, I get it. I get why he's that high for the. I'm thinking of the demographic of people that voted on this, and the people like they think he's fucking awesome because he was.
If Vader's that high, shouldn't they just be like have like Brock next to him then? Like,
Vader was better than Brock.
We sure about that?
I am. You tell me which match I want to go watch. I'd rather watch Vader matches. But then again, I grew up. He's a monster. He was a monster in my childhood. So I got more of a sentimental attached to Vader than you do, probably.
Terry Funk at number 1. I mean, it was always kind of headed this way.
Yeah. Most of your favorite wrestlers, Terry Funk. And Funk was awesome for 50 fucking years, damn near. So
yeah,
there you go.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, he's one of the. If you were to be like, who do you got a list of 5 names that can win this thing. Terry Funk's one of the names you're thinking of that can win this. Not about your personal opinion, but you like somebody's gonna do this voting thing or whatever else. Who do you think this people that are going to vote for this, who are you going to put on there? Like, yeah, he's one of the first five people that come to mind. I would have said Flair. I would have said Funk. Those would be my 1 and 2 for most likely to have won this for me.
Yeah.
If you say, okay, people that are going to also watch Japanese pro wrestling, they got to put Kobashi too. I mean, Kobashi as well. Those would be my 3.
Yeah. Will Ospreay's at 75. These people can
That's
fuck
absurd.
off. They can fuck off. Look.
In 10 years, he's going to be in the top. He's going to be like in the top 25 and, whatever.
Hold on, James. I would like to look these people in their souls. Will Ospreay smokes Terry Funk.
I mean, Meltzer said that himself. I'm not like don't argue
with it however you must.
No. I'm saying it for the people that be like we're insane or whatever else. Look, man, don't argue with me. Argue with Dave Meltzer. Don't argue with me. Meltzer said this shit too.
Man. Like this shit is ridiculous to have Will Ospreay one spot behind Giant Baba, James.
Look, man, Will Ospreay has been the best pro wrestler in the world in ring performance wise since 2019.
Like, what are we doing, bro? Like,
it's 2026 now. We're in the middle of 2026.
Like niggas just lying out here, bro. Like, whatever. So we are over halfway through this decade. The match of the year is one of his matches. I'm sorry, the match of the decade so far is one of his matches. Yeah, decade. Yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah. Well, I know.
Yeah, I had to clean it up. Yeah.
So it was like, all right, man, y'all, And you know what's funny? Because you said the person that he had that match with is fucking in the 20s.
Yeah.
The high 20s. It's like, all right, man.
I thought
if you have Kenny Omega, Okada, Ospreay that far back in the thing is like,
I don't know what we're doing, brother.
I see what this is.
Yeah, the jig that they be talking about it is way up there, brother.
Yeah. Like having Jon Moxley 50 people in front of Ospreay is insane.
Absolutely insane.
It's insane.
Like,
and I'm a huge Moxley supporter historically, but still, that's insane.
Yeah, like, so I was gonna bug out over the Kenny Omega ranking, but I decided against it because.
But once you see what this is, it's like, all right, I can't be mad at this. The most I can do is just laugh and be like, okay, I can see why these people feel this way because I've been aware of how they react or whatever else.
Well, I'll say this. Him being number 29 in my eyes, they are much more upset that he's on the list that high than I am that they're mad he's on the list, period, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
Where was Naito on the list?
Ooh, let me find him. Give me a second.
I don't think he's on there. Ibushi's in the 70s or shit like that.
Tetsuya United is number 87. Bruno Sammartino.
Okay.
2 behind Chris Benoit and 3 behind Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes is on this thing, James.
Okay, so Dustin's on here, right? Check this out, Rich. Was Shuri on here?
No.
Was Mayu on here?
No.
There's no Modern Joshi on here.
Cody Rhodes is not on this thing, but his brother and his dad are.
Right. I think there was definitely a case that Dustin historically matters more than Cody or was a better wrestler than Cody. And if I go in their prime, say I need a match from 1 to 2, obviously I'm going with Dustin for Cody. But I think Cody has done so much in the last decade to where he's surpassed Dustin, even if Dustin's better than him. You know what I'm saying? He's had bigger, more important matches and greater matches than Dustin.
Ishii at 67. Look, this Roddy Piper at 43. They can fuck right the fuck off with that.
Rich, you know what that is? Yeah. Whatever, man.
Fuck off, bro.
That ain't. Yeah, man. You want to try to convince me that Roddy Piper's better than Shuri? Are you your fucking mind? Come on now. Forget that. Is he better than Arisa Nakajima?
Look, Sai Kamatani's smoking a lot of niggas on this list.
Yeah, fuck out of here, man.
Look, Swerve Strickland smoking a lot of niggas on this list.
Yes.
Ricochet is smoking a lot of niggas on this list.
Yeah.
I just start naming niggas now. Have we got to that portion yet, or?
The closest thing to a Modern Joshi to made was Mako, who just retired in the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Ozaki because she's still active. But come on.
Yeah.
Like that's like including Aja Kong in the active situation.
Man.
Like they're legacy acts at this point. They're not actually like movers and shakers in the Joshi.
Another one. Eddie Kingston at 95. Chris Jericho not on this shit, James?
Yeah, I saw that.
Eddie Kingston at 95? Nah, bro.
Because they voted and they buddied. Look, they traded takes with Eddie Kingston.
That was their
that's
friend.
Why he's on here.
That was their friend. Yes.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my dog.
Yeah, I'll put him at number 52. Like, the fuck. Unreal, bro. Yeah. I'm trying to find some more egregious. Kota Ibushi down at number 69.
Because it absolutely sucks.
Look, man.
Like you ain't there. I'm sorry, bro. There are not 69 pro wrestlers better than Kota fucking Ibushi. Are you out your goddamn mind? Are you fucking insane?
Like, I don't know, man. You tell me CM Punk is better than Kota Ibushi, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Consider those two. Put the Undertaker belt on this shit.
Actually took the Undertaker belt out.
Oh
I
shit!
gotta put it in. Pause,
bro. I have never considered them two as far as like being like comparable wrestlers ever. Like that's not even...
CM Punk might be the single funniest or game on this bitch.
Where was Muto on here?
62.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Arn Anderson's 59. Shout out my man Floyd Johnson. God damn.
Look, man. I can't even do it.
This is funny more than anything, honestly. Oh,
boy.
When you see CM Punk wrestle James, does it strike you that he's better than Kurt Angle?
No.
I'm gonna just name some more. When you see CM Punk apply his catch of catch can stylings, and he locks it up, do you think he's better than Gunther?
No, I got one even better for you. Look who's 2 spots behind CM Punk on that list, bro. 2 spots in front of Liger! Liger! Are you out your goddamn mind? You think that was better than the greatest junior ever? Like, what?
Look, man, the hold that CM Punk has on these middle-aged, likely white men must be studied.
Bro, look, man.
It must be studied, bro.
I need one of y'all to watch. I need one of y'all to watch Liger in any of them Super J Cups. Like, nah, man. Like, we talking about something totally different. Also, where's Sasuke on here?
I was gonna say, you think CM Punk got anything for Black Ninja?
Nah, like, bro, Liger or Sasuke in general, right? Sasuke was so goddamn, and also Benoit and Sasuke and Liger were so goddamn good that the final of that fucking Super J Cup, like, Sasuke totally debauches the finish, and Liger just laughs it off and he just did it again and finish it, and it's still 5-star match. That match is fucking awesome.
Man, very funny list. Look, laugh at it more than anything. Don't get upset.
Don't get upset about it.
Don't get upset. It's funny.
Because even if someone made this list better, you was going to be upset at how it turned out. It's how these lists work. It's just one of these things where it's like, man, look, all these people are great wrestlers on here. I'm not taking nothing with them. I just have this. Well, you gonna do Regal. I'm not going to get into that. But my point is, generally speaking, like, I just can't, bro. Like, they got, bro, Minoru Suzuki is behind. Like, where was Dustin on this list again?
Dustin was like 84.
Yeah, bro. Dustin Rhodes is in front of Minoru Suzuki. Does that sound right to you?
Suzuki's on ahead of Dustin by 1.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
Look, the better one is Don't Matsumoto is like 30 places better. Look, man, Don't Matsumoto number 51.
Nasty matches. Nasty matches. And then she's behind, and then also she's like well, like 20 people in front of like Devil Masami. I'm like, look, man, I saw both of them. I saw both, not live, but I replay value. Devil got it over dump easily for me. So whatever.
If you're worried about the war of Michaels and Hart, Bret Hart was number 9 on this thing.
I'm fine with that. Bret was great.
Masao was 10 and Kobashi was 3. 1 point for Kobashi.
Look, I know how that was gonna go. My main thing was like, look, just make sure they don't piss me off and have Kawada in front of Masawa. That's all for me. Like when it comes to that stuff, I'm Masawa out of them 4. So whatever. Like I acknowledge that like Kobashi was better, right? But Masawa was he was always better than Kawada. Sorry, Eddie Kingston. Sorry.
Niggas like to lose, I guess.
Yeah. Like that nigga was such a loser. That nigga stayed behind when they all left for Noah. and then the company went to the shit. Like it's finally my time to be the guy. All right, be the guy for this ranky janky ass promotion. with Bob. Yeah. Shit. Look, you know how they do the make shit. Look, put Kawada in that fucking number 2 jersey.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need our great assistant graphics people at One Nation Radio. We need y'all to make this happen. Look up. Was that the Been Around the World video, James?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, Mace, the Been Around the World video. I need you to take a screen cap of them niggas in that number 1 and the number 2 jersey. And I need Masawa as Diddy. And I need Kawada as Mace in that number 2 shit. And I need that shit posted in the One Nation Radio Discord page. We need to do it.
I need that desperately. I will fucking die laughing.
And we can keep this format up. These famous 1-2 combos.
We made that a thing once upon a time about like going back about talking about like we were giving each other shit for like who we like out of certain like duos, whatever else, and we was tagging these people as that person number 2, and we were doing it to each other to spite each other at certain points, right? Like I would like at one point I'd be like, yeah, Kobe, he's number 2 to Shaq, and he'd piss you off or whatever. Then you would send me stuff like sports wise. We used to do this shit to each other, Rich. I remember this.
Terrible.
Yeah, we're terrible. We're very mean spirited to each other. Yeah, but look, what will make us come together for that one was that the put because you being it's very similar to like me being Okada fan, you being Omega fan, and we be out here putting the boost in Naito. It's like yeah, we putting the boost because you're a Kobashi guy, I'm a Masawa guy. We putting the boost of Kawada. just kick him in the ass historically. Great wrestler, just not great enough.
Oh, yeah, man. But yeah, that's your GWE discussion.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. If you are watching the show live, when the show goes up in podcast form, there will be a link to red circle there. You can donate there, and be sure to listen to other shows on the network. Besides One Nation Radio, you have Keeping It Strong Style, All Things Elite, Imps Adventures, Wrestling Art with Chris Things, Tunnel Talk, the Trish and Sarah Wrestling Podcast, all AEW Match Guide, and Joshing Around. Thanks for listening, y'all. Later.
Peace.
I'm done recording.
All right, y'all. We getting up out of here. I need to get my ass to sleep because I had to wake up early in the morning. But yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.
There you go.